So I've just taken my dog for a walk around the village, and there's a lot of scary faces out there tonight in a lot of very crazy costumes. And on top of that, there's also a lot of people out dressed up for Halloween. So yeah, it's taking a lot of my willpower to not keep dipping my hand into the sweet jar that's near my front door, but I'm managing to hold off. I'm glad my kids aren't like me as well, because I remember going trick-or-treating when I was about 10 or 11, me and my friend. We had no masks, no costumes, no nothing. And we were just knocking on the door saying trick-or-treat. And when we'd got about £1.20, we went to the local off licence, stood outside and asked someone to go in and buy us 10 cigarettes. So yeah, so I'm glad my kids aren't like I was. No, they're not into cigarettes, thankfully. They just like fentanyl. So today's session is a sub-maximal session. That's what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of months. I've been really pushing for strength the last 4 to 5 months. I've hit PBs on the squat, deadlift and press. So now I'm going to spend a few months just, aimless training, really. Training without a specific goal. Just accumulating volume, really, is the goal. A lot of sub-maximal volume. Now, I don't really like moving away from heavy lifting, because I think, you have to be... Well, the thing is, I'm quite confused about certain aspects of training, because a lot of people, these usually stronger people, they do seem to get stronger doing most of the training sub-maximally. They're doing most of the work between 70 and 80% of the max, and they are gaining strength. Now, I was always under the impression that to gain strength, you had to force an adaptation on the body. So you place a demand on the body. There's a principle that we learnt about in a strength and conditioning course I did called the SAID principle. SAID standing for specific adaptations to impose demands. So basically, you place a demand on the body. It has to work very hard to, say, a hard squat session. And then your body has to adapt and recover and then go again for the next session. It should be a little bit stronger. So I think after you've performed that session, the next day you're going to have a little dip in performance, but then you're going to build that back up over the next few days. So when you go to train again, 72 hours later, you're that little bit stronger. And it's these ever-increasing levels of stress in each session, like extra weight or extra reps, that leads to the adaptations that get you stronger. I was always under that impression, which is why I can't really work out how sub-maximal training develops strength. Because surely, if you are training sub-maximally, these are weights that you can handle and quite comfortably, and you're not imposing a stress on the body, because your body can handle that. So it's not giving it a reason to adapt. So therefore, how is it getting stronger? Now, there's a very good chance I'm missing some glaringly obvious points that I just can't see. But it's something I've been thinking about recently, because I've never moved away from the heavy lifts. I've always lifted at least 1 or 2 reps above 85, 90% on all my compound lifts, pretty much every week. But like I say, some people swear by taking a step back, doing a lot of sub-maximal training, and people swear that their 1 rep max goes up without ever touching above 80%. So like I say, I might just have to test this theory out and spend a couple of months between 70 and 80%. Obviously, I think you're going to have a little peaking process maybe. If you're working between 70 and 80%, I'm not sure if you can go straight into a new max, or whether, you're going to have to do a little mini peak to get there. So I'm not sure. But it's, I think they kind of contradict each other, the SAID principle and sub-maximal training. But I could just be talking a lot of shit, which is a good chance of that. So yeah, sub-maximal training today, some very comfortable rack pulls, overhead presses, and that was it.